Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm going live on two platforms today. So I'm live on Instagram and I'm also live on Facebook. We're giving this a go. I'm going to just wait a few moments for people to come into the room. And even before I begin, I want to set the stage. I want to set the energy a little bit. This live is going to be about planning for profit in 2024. My name is Cami. I'm an intuitive life coach for perfectionists. And I teach them the spiritual, aligned way to manifest money and to work with their clients. So if this is you and you're wanting to learn how to make more money, but you're wanting to do it in an aligned way and you're wanting to feel good about it, then stick around. Hi, Stacy. Good to see you. All right. So what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to pick a card from The Money and the Law of Attraction from Abraham Hicks. And that's just going to set the stage for the teaching that I'm going to do today. And just a little bit about me, just so you know the relevancy of me teaching this. I formed my LLC for my life coaching business in 2020. And every year since 2020, I've doubled my revenue. And I did this through a couple different principles. One of them was money mindset. Another one was learning how to actually just be myself and market. Another one was getting really, really good at selling and then really good at managing my emotions. And then what I'm teaching you today is another thing that I've learned, which is actually planning for your profit and being able to do the spreadsheets and run the numbers. And what I find, especially for women, is that we were not really taught to be good at numbers. A lot of times men are handling the finances. So I want to teach you how to double your revenue in 2024. And we're going to do that through a couple different methods. But before I start, I'm going to pull a card. And then I'll also let you know if you would like to work with me in 2024, I have a group coaching program coming. We are starting on January 30th. And if you would like to join us, it's called Permission to Profit. And it's a 6-month group coaching container for women business owners who have service-based businesses. And I'm going to teach you how to double your revenue within that program. So you can head over to permissiontoprofit.group, find out the information there. You can book a consult there and you can find out the investment there as well. But let's start with what we might want to focus on as we begin planning for profit. Okay, this is really good. I have 2 cards here. What I want to harmonize with, what I believe is good. Okay, I want to harmonize with what I believe is good. So this comes with the law of manifestation and talking about manifesting the highest good for all. So anytime you're wanting something, the whole reason you have a business is because you wanted to help people. You had a desire to do something to help people, and you probably had a desire for more time freedom or more independence or the possibility to expand beyond your wildest potential. So this card is saying, I want to be the best I can be. I want to do and have and live in a way that is in harmony with the idea of the greatest goodness. I want to harmonize physically here in this body with what I believe to be the best in a good way of life. And when you make these statements and then you take action when you're feeling good, you will always be moving in harmony. And that is what I've done with you today. I just decided to do a live today to start teaching you about some of these profit planning methods. So if you're here, I would invite you to take some notes. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment below #replay so that I know that you're watching the replay. Okay. And a lot of you, this is the second card. This says, it comes not by magic, but by universal law. Start by telling a better feeling story about the things that are important to you. If your business is important to you, you've got to be telling yourself a positive story about your business and what your business is here to do. Do not write your story like a factual documentary weighing all the pros and cons of your experience, but instead tell it in an uplifting, fanciful, magical story of the wonder of your own life and watch what happens. It will feel like magic as your life begins to transform right before your eyes. But it is not by magic. It is by the laws of the universe and your deliberate alignment with those laws. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Bree. So now that we've attuned the energy here, I want to talk about step 1 of planning for profit in your business. I would like you, and this is what I use since I teach my clients how to double their revenue, and most of them that is reaching 10K months. The very first thing I invite you to do right now is grab your journal and write down in your journal, I receive 10K into my bank account today. I receive 10K into my bank account today. So this is step one. And step one is believing that it's possible, like just playing with the energy of 10K, $10,000, and receiving it and imagining it and just feeling it as if it's already there. So as you do this, it's going to bring up other money mindset issues that you may have. So you can write it down in your journal. I received 10K into my bank account today. And then we want to play with this money. So I teach this the play and pay plan. We want to use this money to play. Most of the time when my clients are wanting to make more revenue in their business, they're basing it off of debt, they're basing it off of lack, and they're basing it off of not having enough. And that is not exciting. That is low vibrational. So we want to consider, if I had $10,000 coming into my bank account each month, what are the things that I would do? And you can comment below if you want to play along. You can comment below. What would you be doing? Would you be paying a car? Would you be going on a vacation with your family? Would you be getting your hair and nails done? Would you be getting a massage? Go ahead and start to tap into the energy of desire. Start to play with what it would feel like to have those things. Yes, Bree says the play and pay plan is my favorite. It's my favorite too. And just to highlight a little bit of what's happened in my story, when I started my business my very first year in 2020, I made about 27K. Then in 2021, I made 47K. Then in 2022, I made 75K. Then in 2023, I finished out the year at 161K. So guess what I have been doing since 2020? I have been playing with those numbers every single day in the beginning, and then now I do it more sporadically. But now I've increased it to 20K months and then 50K months. So wherever you're at, you want to start with the energy of play and desire. Here's the second thing I want to touch on. So the first thing is just believing that it's possible and choosing a number that lights you up and starting to play with the number. The second thing is separating your personal finances from your business finances. So if you have not yet started a business bank account, I implore you to do it right now. As far as I know, you don't need an LLC to do this. I think you can still use your social security number to do it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just helping you with money mindset and strategy in your business. But you can go and set up a separate bank account, keeping your personal money separate from your business money. But here is the other thing that has to do with that. It has to do with mindset. So again, a lot of times people are starting their business because they want to be free. They want to do something on their own. They don't want to have a boss. And that decision is actually more low vibrational instead of going off of desire. So again, we don't want to be getting away from something. So when you're thinking about, I want to make more money, I want to make more money, I want to make money to pay off debt, we want to start separating personal debt from business debt. Business finance and business investments are separate from your personal finances and business and personal debt. And here's what I want you to understand. Now, if we're just looking at the bottom line, and you're talking to an actual financial advisor or somebody who's going to give you a loan, they're going to tell you that they're related, right? Like your business is you. If you're a sole proprietor or you're an LLC, your business is attached to your personal credit score. If you're wanting to take out a credit card, if you're wanting to take out a loan, if you're wanting to get capital, then it's going to be attached. So I want you to understand that I understand that. What I want you to separate though is in your mind, separating personal and business finance, because here's what I see far too often. What I help my clients do is learn how to sell better. Sell better, make more money. When you're focused on personal debt and your number one goal is let me get out of personal debt as quickly as possible, let me raise my credit score as quickly as possible, I've seen this so many times. It puts you in a low vibration. It puts you into fear and in a scarcity, and it has you only looking at cutting expenses. And because it has you only looking at cutting expenses, you're not focused on growing your business, gaining the skills, and learning how to sell better. Learning how to sell and market better is what is going to transform your business. So, what I learned and what enabled me to double my revenue each and every year was I was able to say, okay, I'm going to allow my personal debt to be paid off in a longer time frame than originally planned. And the reason why is because I know when I can take my money and invest it in my business, and my business is giving me 100% return on investment, meaning I'm doubling my revenue every year, I know that I'll have excess profit that I can use to pay myself, that I can use to pay off personal debt. Okay? Now, not everybody's going to agree with this, but I'm just offering that when you are so focused on cutting your personal expenses and paying off your personal debt, it gets in the way of your mindset to be able to focus on business. So if this is you and you have a lot of personal debt, or you like don't even have your basic living expenses met, you need to get a job. Okay? Part-time job or another stream of income. One of my clients who is an artist, and she also is a career coach for artists, she used this beautifully where she started teaching workshops and she started getting paid for teaching workshops. She started selling other people's art while she grew her business. And one of her money mindset mantras was, I'm open to all possible ways that money can come to me. So for you in the beginning, if you're in that first year, second year, and you're still looking to increase those profits, we want to look for other sources of income so that you can continue to invest in your business. All right. Third thing is so many people are making the mistake of trying to find a quick fix for marketing. So they're trying to find the perfect course that's maybe $300, $1,000. They're trying to find a course that's going to teach them how to do reels, how to use hashtags, what is the right strategy in order to get myself out there. And I see so many business owners in the beginning investing in strategy before they invest in mindset. And what I want to teach you, and luckily I didn't make this mistake, so this is one of the mistakes I didn't make. My very first coach taught me mindset and strategy, and that's the way that I coach. That's the way that I teach my clients. I teach you mindset, strategy, and spirituality because there's an energetic component when we're out in the world selling our thing, right? People can feel our energy. They can feel our intention. They know if you're sleazy. They know if you're slimy. So what I want to offer is stop focusing on all the right ways to do social media and all the hacks and all these courses that are teaching you all the formulas. What would be best is you getting just really good at communicating as a human being and getting really good at managing your mind and your emotions and getting really good at showing up even when you don't feel like it over and over and over and over again. That, my friend, is mindset. All of that is mindset, and your mindset is going to solve your problems. It's going to help you create more cash flow because it's going to have you consistently showing up. Your mindset is the thing that's going to allow you to get out there, do consultations, do evaluations. Your mindset's the thing that's going to allow you to recover when somebody rejects you or when people don't look at your reels or whenever you get on a consult and they end up saying no. Your mindset is the thing that's always going to be the thing that moves you forward. So if you're considering what to invest in 2024, I want to offer investing in my program. It's called Permission to Profit. It's a 6-month group coaching program. It's a small group. There will only be 10 women in that group because I want to give high-level coaching. Over a period of 6 months, you are going to get mindset. You're going to learn how to sell the spiritually aligned way, right? The way that feels good, that has you not feeling sleazy. You're going to learn easy marketing strategies so you don't get overwhelmed. You're going to learn how to process and feel your emotions. So I teach right within the course a lot of tools to process your emotions. And then I teach the fundamentals, which is like actually going through spreadsheets, actually learning how to plan on a spreadsheet your profit, and I teach money mindset rituals. So what can you do to keep yourself in an abundance mindset, in the belief that clients are coming? And I'm just telling you, friends, 2024 is going to get even more intense, right? It's an election year. There's a lot going on in the world. And the media always wants to tell us that things are bad. So if you don't have a mindset coach keeping you on track this year, it's going to get really hard. It's going to feel hard. Like for everyone, it's going to feel hard. But people who are spiritually aligned and have their mindset on point and are fully aligned to their vision and their mission and what they want to do in the world and what they want to offer, these are the people who are going to stand apart. These are the people who are going to keep going. Even when the economy looks like it's bad, even when people look like they're not spending money, you have something to offer to the world. You have something of value. And people are just going to be more thoughtful with how they spend their money. So if you're working on your skill of selling and marketing and showing up, then the people are going to come to you because you offer a great service and you're the one consistently showing up and telling them, hey, this is why you should invest in my thing. This is how I can help you. This is how I can make your life better. And this is for all women service-based businesses. So maybe you're a virtual assistant, personal organizer like Marie, maybe you are a speaker, maybe you're a coach, maybe you're a real estate agent, maybe you offer a physical service like hair or makeup, like something that transforms someone's life. You will be able to still grow in 2024. That's what I want you to take away from today. Okay. So everything that we've gone on to up to this point has to do with mindset. Now I want to touch on a little bit of strategy, and I'm going to offer you a book that I like. And I'm going to tell you this. I offer, I give people a lot of resources. I love books and I think they're great. I listen to Audible all the time. And I'm going to offer 2 books that I think would benefit you. But I even like to make it even simpler. So like inside of my course, I break down these books in the simplest way possible. So you don't even need to read the whole book. I just take the holistic cliff notes of the book and we implement that into our coaching. So the first book is called Profit First. And it's by Mike Markowitz. He's got a long last name. So it's called Profit First. You can even just go on YouTube and search Profit First. But essentially what this does is it's a certain percentage and you break down all of your income coming in. So let's just talk about profit and what profit means. So typically when you're working with a bookkeeper, and again, I don't like to work with bookkeepers who are only focused on expenses. Anybody who touches my money has to have a positive, vibrationally uplifted mindset. And I will pay extra for somebody to be in my money who has the vision that I have. So if I'm working with a bookkeeper, if I'm working with a financial advisor, I'm saying, hey, I'm doubling my revenue. Hey, here's what we're doing next year. And if they offer any type of limiting belief, I fire them. I don't want them in my money. I don't want them in my life. Okay. And that may sound harsh, but this is how you have to protect your energy around your business. You cannot let anybody, including your spouse, interject their fears onto your business because you are the one that's holding the vibration. You are the one that's holding the vision. You are the one that is crazy enough to believe that you can be successful in business, and you can be. But you just have to choose people who are going to be in alignment with your vision and where you're going and be like, hell yes, this is possible for you. So the book, Profit First, very simply breaks down your top line revenue. So top line revenue is all the monies that come into your bank account, okay? That's gross. Gross is all the money, top line money before any expenses are taken out, okay? Now, typically bookkeepers are going to say, hey, profit is what's left over after you take your top line revenue and you minus your expenses. And then profit is what's left over, okay? So let me just say this again. Let's say you have $10,000 coming into your bank account, but your expenses each month are $6,000. Then that would leave you with $4,000 profit, okay? I don't like to look at it that way. What I like to look at it is the Profit First method. And this is going to help you set your revenue goal. And the reason why I teach my clients to get to 100K is because typically you need 100K in your business to pay yourself 5K. So here's what it looks like. You have top line revenue. Then we want to have 4 categories that we are taking our top line revenue, all of that money, and we're sorting it into these digital envelopes. The first envelope is owner pay. And I like to have owner pay right around 50%, 30 to 50%. But if you want to pay yourself into your personal bank account $5,000, then your business typically needs to be making $10,000. If you want to be paying yourself $2,000, typically your business needs to be bringing in $4,000. Okay? Hopefully you're understanding, you're following along. So a lot of times we actually need to create more revenue than we thought, because remember, your business and personal expenses are separate. And I made this mistake when I started. I used to think if I have $10,000 revenue, Cami just gets that. And I started planning on how I was going to spend it. And the result was I ended up overspending and overinvesting because I was using all the money as it came up, right? So we want to set aside money for owner pay, usually about 30 to 50%. Then we want to set aside money for taxes. And in the beginning of your business, you're not going to pay as many taxes because you're able to deduct a lot. However, we want to start planning for setting aside taxes. So that could be anywhere from 15% to 30%. In the beginning, typically 15% is okay. So we've got owner pay right around 40 to 50%. We've got taxes right around 15 to 20%. Now we have two other categories, right? We have expenses. So typically in the beginning, depending on what business you have, I like to run a fairly lean business. A lean business means I'm not going to hire employees, I'm going to hire contractors. And if there's things that I can do myself, right? In the beginning of our business, we typically have more time than we do money. So in the beginning, we want to do the things ourselves that we're able to do. And when you have a mindset coach, it helps you learn how to do things that may not be fun, may be a little bit challenging. But the benefit is you're going to save some of that profit, and you're really going to work on your mindset as you challenge yourself and as you grow to do the things that need to be done in your business, okay? Your biggest expense in your business early on, at least for me, and it continues to be, is my coaching. So I'm always working with a mindset coach that's helping me with my business, or I'm working with an emotional coach. Like sometimes I'll go to somebody who's going to help grow me spiritually or help me with my emotions. Now, lucky for you, my program has all of this. I help you with your emotions. I help you with your business. I help you with your spirituality. I help you with the very practical things like doing spreadsheets. So you get everything in one container inside of my group called Permission to Profit. Okay. So let's go back to our expenses. So let's go back to our items. Top line revenue. Then we got owner pay. Then we have taxes. Then we have expenses. It's nice to keep expenses around 30% if you can. But again, in the beginning, you may make an investment into coaching, and coaching is always going to pay off for you. So if you have to make an investment in coaching, and for that a few months, if you're learning the skill of sales and marketing, that revenue is going to come back to you, okay? And then the last category, and actually this is the first category in the book called Profit First, is profit. Usually you'll start your profit account at 1%. And so, for example, if we have $10,000 coming into our bank account, we want to set aside 1% of that, so $100, over in this bank account so that we can plan to reinvest in our business. So maybe you need to buy materials, maybe you need to buy a new computer or a new camera, maybe you want to spend some money on advertising, maybe you just want to give yourself a bonus. That's where the profit would come in. So this may be a little confusing to you. I hope it's not. I have a whole spreadsheet inside of our program. And what I find especially happens for women, this happened for me. I cried, literally had a panic attack the first time I sat down with my financial advisor. This was 8 years ago, and looked at a spreadsheet. And I felt so bad about myself. I felt like I didn't know how to manage money. I felt like I could never make enough money. And now I'm sitting here teaching people how to run their spreadsheets, how to do it with joy and fun and abundance, how to project the next 3 years of your business so that you can understand the things I'm doing now, the investments I'm making now, the skills I'm learning now are going to be the things that are going to allow me to have that $100,000 business. And just to give you an idea, if you're just starting out, you can make $100K in your first year. I had a client work with me who quit her job, went right into her business, And in 9 months, she had already made about 80 to 90K. So in her first year of working together, she made 100K. Now, I like to set the stage for most people if you need to learn a lot of skills of sales and marketing. Then I say give yourself 3 years to learn it. And if you're wanting to do this quickly, quicker than you can on your own, then I invite you to join me inside of my group. It is called Permission to Profit. You can head over to the website now. It's permissiontoprofit.group. It's going to give you an overview of what's included, but I'll go over that here as well. And you can comment below with any questions because I'm teaching a webinar on Thursday this week as well. So again, one of the main things for you planning to have profit in 2024 is going to be mindset. Number one is going to be mindset. The reason I know this is because I've already seen people quitting their businesses. The year has barely even started. I've seen people quitting their businesses, being like, nope, I can't do it. So the way to plan for profit is to decide you're never giving up and you will do whatever it takes, okay? With integrity, right? And when I say do whatever it takes, that means sell things, get a side hustle, work retail, work at a gas station. These are all things that I was willing to do during my business. Get a consulting job, right? Babysit, dog sit, whatever it is that's going to help you create money so that you can invest it in your business, so that you can pay for your food and your housing. This is what's going to make it sustainable for you in 2024. So mindset. Secondly, you're going to need to learn how to sell, and selling way more than you think you should. Way more than you think you should. So again, this comes back to mindset because sometimes we can get burnout on showing up all the time, or we can get burnout on making reels or burnout on making all these Facebook posts. But I teach you how to do this effectively. So I don't want you performing for reels. I don't want you even looking at the numbers on Instagram. I don't want you obsessing over hashtags. I don't want you getting stuck in perfectionism. What I want you to be doing in your sales process is connecting to your vision. Why is it did you start your business? Why do you want to help people? Why did you choose to do the thing that you're doing, right? The exact skill. Why did you choose to do that thing? When you could do anything, when you could have a job, right? A lot of times having a job is easier than running a business, but there is a reason why you chose this. And so you first have to commit to, I'm committed to doing whatever it takes in 2024 with my mindset. Doesn't need to be hard work, doesn't need to be hustle at all. It's just I'm committed and I'm going to show up to sell. And let's just shift our mindset on selling for a minute. Selling is just an invitation. An invitation is the most loving thing you can do. Imagine you're throwing a party. Imagine you're having people over for dinner. Imagine you're inviting your very best friends. People love receiving invitations. And then not only that, you're letting them know, I have a solution for you. Like, you know the problem you have with the messy house? I can fix that. You know the problem that you have with not being able to sell your art? One of my clients teaches her clients how to sell her art, how to sell their art. Do you know the problem that you have with not being able to sell in your business? I teach you that inside of my program. You know the problem that you have when you shut down. This happened to me early on in my business. I would go like 3 weeks on hiatus. I wouldn't be able to show up on social media. I could not be consistent. It was the hardest thing for me early on in my business. So just imagine if you could start showing up consistently from a place of joy, from a place of compassion, and feeling alive and connected. Imagine how much more money you can make just simply by showing up in that way. Okay? So I'm going to teach you how to actually show up and sell from integrity and sell without feeling sleazy. And this is just a reminder. The latest data says that people need 16 touch points in order to buy. And I would offer it's probably more like 27 to 30 touch points now, just because of how distractible our environment is now. So they need to see you multiple times selling the same thing, saying the same thing over and over again. So you got to get really good and really easy at like saying the same thing over and over, right? That's the piece about sales. So mindsets first, money mindset, rituals, your mindset about your business. Number 2, being able to sell consistently over and over again. This has to do with overcoming people's objections, right? People are going to say they don't have time. They're going to say they don't have money. And your job is to show up and say, hey, this thing is going to solve your problem. The value of what I have to offer is going to change the rest of your life, or it's going to give you a feeling, or it's going to give you a solution. And that's why it's worth buying. That's why it's worth investing. Okay? That's what you're going to do. The next thing is marketing. And sales and marketing actually are different. Marketing is like, hey, look at me. I'm here. Here's my offer. Here's my offer. Sales is overcoming objections and getting into the mind of your client. And it's really easy. It's like the same as talking to a friend. Okay? We make it so hard and we make it so much about ourselves. It's not about you. It is about your clients. So I help you with the sales. I help you with the marketing. I help you make marketing very easy, because most of my clients get stuck in overwhelm. So they've got a million ideas and they don't know what to execute, or they get stuck in perfectionism. So they're like, oh, I want to do this, but I have to do it perfectly. And then they don't do it at all. So I help solve that by making marketing very easy, very direct, so that you can be consistent. Then the next thing is actually sitting down and running the numbers as a CEO, right? Sorry, guys, I was sick last week, so my throat is a little scratchy. Sitting down and being a CEO, which is your self-concept, which is you healing your money stories, which is you sitting down, being willing to do a spreadsheet, being willing to take on the persona, the identity of I'm a CEO, I know what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm not afraid to mess it up, okay? So a lot of times in our business, we don't know what we're doing, right? We have to learn it from someone. That's why I'm teaching it to you. I have reached $100,000 in my business. I've very close to $200,000 in my business. And everything I learned from other women, entrepreneurs, to teach me money. And sorry, not sorry, guys. There's plenty of men out there teaching other men how to make money. My program is specifically for women because there's a lot of stuff tied up for women and money. So we heal that in my program, okay? So I just want to let you know, if you're feeling any type of sensation in your body as you're thinking and feeling and talking about money and thinking about spreadsheets and profit and thinking about being a CEO, and you're like, I'm just not a boss babe and I don't know how to do this, you want to be in my program, okay? Head over to permissiontoprofit.group. Go book a consult with me over there, because I would love to have a one-on-one conversation with you about your specific revenue, about your specific numbers, and any emotions that come up for you when it has to do with money, okay? Because that's the last thing, right? So we talk about being a CEO, being able to run your numbers, being able to just do your math, being able to actually keep track of your revenue so you know how much you've made. And then lastly, and certainly not leastly, is to be able to process your emotions. And what I want to offer, my mantra all of last year was I'm crying my way to 200K. Now, that's not an affirmation that I was like, oh, it has to be that way. But here's what I know to be true. The more money you make just means you're going to have more emotions, right? If you're already having an emotion about money with your current revenue, guess what? Your emotion is just going to get bigger and more intense with the money that you make. So when you are able to feel emotion in your body, when you are able to receive money from someone while your brain is going, oh my gosh, I'm not good at this. I'm so bad at this. I'm an imposter. I can't believe anyone would ever hire me. When you're able to take that money and your brain is screaming at you, telling you you're horrible, and you're able to put that money in your bank account and process the emotion and feel the fear and do it anyway and show up anyway, you're able to make more money. When you're able to feel embarrassed, right? You made a mistake. When you're able to feel guilt and shame because maybe a client quit or you got a bad review. When you're able to feel sadness and grief. When you're able to feel all of these emotions, you open up your capacity for more money, for more revenue. The reason why you're not there yet is simply there's an emotion that you don't want to feel. And it's usually related to taking an action that's going to put you out there in a bigger way. Or it's going to challenge the status quo. Or maybe there's something that you really want to say and you're like, well, what are people going to think? What is my family going to think? What are my friends going to think? And this is never about family or friends. It's always about your client. So I want you to leave this thinking about the person that you're here to serve. The person that you're here to serve. That's going to allow you to do more. It's going to open up your capacity to feel more emotions. It's going to allow you to feel guilt, shame, embarrassment, making a mistake, feeling vulnerable. Starting a business just puts you up against all of your biggest limiting fears and beliefs, and it's not a problem because I believe your business is here to partner with you to help you grow spiritually. That's why what I teach inside of my program is spiritually aligned selling. When you have a spiritual foundation for what it is that you do, when you have a spiritual mission and purpose, and you're signing up for all of the growing pains, you will be blessed, you will be abundant because you are showing up for your people, you're here to serve them, you're still here to help them, you're in integrity, and you deserve to get paid. You are worthy of getting paid. You are worthy of making so much money, of changing your entire family dynamic, your entire future, of being the first millionaire. This is so possible for you. But let's start with 10K months, okay? Let's start with 10K months. So if you're here and you're watching this, you're catching the replay, or you're just popping in now, I want to remind you who I work with, who this program is for. It's called Permission to Profit. We start on January 30th, 2024. It is a 6-month program. Inside the program, you're going to learn spiritually aligned selling. This is going to be a lot about selling and being able to show up consistently, to tell people what it is you have to offer, to get on consults, to write emails, to show up on social media. It's going to teach you how to market. It's going to teach you how to have human-to-human conversations with people whenever they inquire, right? You're going to get them on a phone call. You're going to have a text message conversation, or you're going to send them the link. However it is that you work with people in your service-based business, I'm going to teach you how to use spiritually aligned selling, sales psychology, and spiritual alignment. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to market the easy way. Also going to teach you the most amazing thing, which is managing your emotions. We do this through EFT tapping, breath work, straight up coaching. I teach you how to manage your mind, how to set up your morning routine, your evening routine, how to reprogram your subconscious mind. You get all of these resources inside of my group, and you're going to get the resources to plan for profit in your business. So if you're at $2,000 a month, if you're at $4,000 a month, if you're at $6,000 a month, our goal is to double your revenue in 6 months and get you on the path to creating 10K months in your business. It is possible. The only things you need to learn is more selling, not more, like not harder, not more work, more selling. Usually people are not actually selling. Usually people are just marketing. Here's how you know if this is you. Marketing is like, hey, I have a cute reel. Look at my dance. And that's it. Hey, I did this thing today. That's just marketing, right? Selling is saying, hey, I have a solution for you. I can teach you how to make $10,000 a month in your business, and I can teach you how to do it in a year or less. This is going to save you time and money. When you make your investment with me, it's only $4,000. You are going to make that money back, and you're going to double it, and you're going to become a 100K earner. As soon as you're a 100K earner, you're going to realize you know exactly how to make money. You know exactly how to plan your month. You know exactly how to set a goal and go after a goal. You know how to overcome disappointment. You know how to have strange, crazy, like uncomfortable conversations with your family and your spouse. You know how to reset your money mindset. You know how to get up after you've been kicked down. You know how to keep showing up even when it's not easy. This is all the stuff that you're going to get inside of Permission to Profit. And if you are a woman business owner who has a service-based business and you're wanting to work your way to $10,000 months, this is why you want to be in this program. This program should be $10,000. To work with me one-on-one, it's $8,000. So you're getting access to me in a small group. My small group is only 10 women. So that means you're going to get customized attention for your specific business. You'll also get access to all the replays. And not only are you going to get all the strategy on how to sell and how to market, you're going to get really beautiful spiritual and intuitive coaching. You're going to learn how to listen to your body, your intuition, your own emotions. You're going to learn how to pray or align or manifest. And this is for everyone. This is not a religious program. This is a spiritual program. And to me, spirituality is a vibration. And the purest vibration of spirit is love. Love, truth, compassion, joy. Those feelings in your body create physical abundance in your life. Those feelings in your body create connection to your clients, a sense of trust, and they have people coming to you because you're doing it with an open heart. So when I say spiritually aligned selling and spiritual program, it's your own form of spirituality. And I believe your business is here to teach you. Your business is a partner. Your business is an energy that is here to support not only you and your family, but all of your clients that you're going to be supporting and helping. So I implore you, if this is resonating with you, if you're still here with me live or you're watching the replay, you have a short amount of time to get into this program before we start on January 30th. So you can head over to the website right now. You can enroll. I have a payment plan. You can do $1,000 deposit and then $680 per month for 5 months. Or you can do the pay in full. The pay in full saves you about 10%. You can jump right into the program. If you enroll before January 22nd, you're going to get my Manifest Abundance Now course, which is a $222 course. That's a DIY course that you can go back to and use to help you manifest even more abundance. And if you're watching this in the future and it's beyond January 30th, still reach out to me, okay? We will have several cohorts this year, but you want to be in on the first one in January 30th, 2024, because we're going to make so much progress between now and July that you will be light years ahead of the people who are not receiving support. That is what I want for you. I want you to believe in yourself enough to know that this is possible for you and become resourceful enough to say, hey, I'm going to do this because I want to learn how to plan for profit. I want to learn how to run my numbers. I want to learn how to deal with my emotions. I want to learn how to market and sell the easy way. And most importantly, I want to learn how to not succumb to the fear vibration that's going to be very prevalent in 2024. Okay? Fear vibration, we're not here for it. We are here for expansion. We are here for purpose. We are here for connection. We are here for giving back to the causes that are important to us. So consider what you can do when you make an excess of money and who you can give it to, whose life can be changed because of it, not just yours, but causes that you can give back to. So that's what I want to leave you with today as you're thinking of planning for profit. Sit in the energy of possibility. Bree, yes, I affirm it with you, Bree. You've been doing so well. Bree is a former client. She's so amazing. And she is out there in the world helping and supporting people. So again, I'm just going to leave the link one more time. You're going to go to permissiontoprofit.group, book a free consult, or just enroll with us right now. I trust and believe if you're on my Instagram and you're here with me that you would be a great fit for this program. Spiritually aligned selling is for you and it is for the world. Happy 2024. I will see you all soon. Bye.